Those who are brave enough to wander deep into the Amazon rainforest, far off the beaten paths traveled by the tourists, might come across the descendants of an ancient people, not bound together by bloodline or territorial boundaries, but by the waters they fish, the forests in which they hunt, and the plants that they collect, all while maintaining harmony with nature. For they don't see nature as beneath humans. Instead, they believe nature to be a divine entity in itself, a pantheistic god, a god that can be contacted and understood through a drink called ayahuasca, crafted from various plant materials by skillful shamans who made it their purpose to help connect with the divine. But how old is ayahuasca? The single ingredients have always been there since before the humans first walked the earth. But the first reported encounter between Westerners and an ayahuasca ritual occurred during the 16th century, when Christian missionaries observed South American Indios performing what they called the devil's work. However, this devil's work is much older than the 16th century, possibly dating back some 5,000 years. Ayahuasca has for generations been prepared by the various indigenous people of Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Brazil, all who live around the basin of the Amazon. The wide range of cultures that prepared ayahuasca naturally led to the differences in the preparation rituals, ingredients, as well as names. Ayahuasca, which can be translated from the Quechua languages as liana of the soul or liana of the dead, is also known as yage, ayahuasca, capi, sipo, huasca, vegetal, and many more. The different names also represent the different regional varieties of ayahuasca. However, all ayahuasca preparations include some common ingredients. The first one of them is actually already mentioned in the name ayahuasca. I'm talking about the Banisteriopsis capi, also known as the ayahuasca vine. The ayahuasca vine isn't particularly psychedelic in itself. In fact, it works as an MAOI. It stops the enzyme monoamine oxidase in the digestive tract from breaking down DMT, and thus enabling the psychoactive effect of DMT-containing plants like the leaves of the chacrunga, or Psychotria viridis, as well as the leaves of the chaliponga, also known as Diplopteris cabrerana, and amiruca, also known as Psychotria carthaginiensis. Apart from this basic configuration, the shamans of every culture add their own additives during the brewing ritual. It is not uncommon to say a prayer while ritually cleansing the DMT-containing leaves before they are added to the boiling pot, which already contains the ayahuasca vines. What remains is a mixture containing hamala alkaloids that act as MAOIs and DMT. DMT, which is an abbreviation for dimethyltryptamine, is one of the most potent psychedelic compounds known to mankind. People who have taken DMT reported having strong and vivid hallucinations, as well as having deep revelations regarding their purpose on Earth, the true nature of the universe, as well as deep insights into how to be the best person one can possibly be. Some scholars call this a spiritual awakening. A few even go as far as calling it a spiritual rebirth. This magnificent drink has been first popularized by Richard Evans Schultes, biologist and father of modern ethnobotany. He was the first Westerner to seriously examine ayahuasca during his botanical fieldwork among the Native American communities of the Amazon. He came to the conclusion that ayahuasca might help with removing opiate addiction. Later, ayahuasca experienced another rise in popularity after the previously mentioned Terence McKenna of magic mushroom fame and his brother Dennis McKenna published the book True Hallucinations, where they reported about their experiences with ayahuasca in the Amazon. Although its effects are more intense than those of LSD or magic mushrooms, ayahuasca has never reached their level of popularity. Possibly because it might be too strong for some, or because its various side effects that it may include intense nausea and vomiting, as well as the meticulous cooking rituals that optimally have to be performed by a true shaman. Nonetheless, ayahuasca has always been a religious sacrament to the people of the Amazon, who are sometimes, like in the case of the Brazilian Santo Daime or União de Vegetal, legally permitted to use ayahuasca. For all the others that are interested in ayahuasca, there are various commercial and non-commercial retreats based directly in the Amazon that offer outsiders the opportunity to participate in a true ayahuasca ritual. And even if this current surge of foreign interest in ayahuasca should ever cease to exist, there will always be the native people of the Amazon who will carry on doing what they've done forever. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified when other videos like this are uploaded. Feel free to like and comment below this video, and if you really want to support me, feel free to check out my Patreon page, linked below, as well as on screen and on my channel page. Goodbye.